bespoke and I'm a big one. I've always been a big believer in it's the relationships. It's not, I've never worked I'm sort of going off kilter here, but I come from a fashion background and in this time of like fast fashion and with the masses, I've always believed with all my heart that's not where I sit, but it's about the relationships. It's about getting to know women. And I've
Absolutely.
always said when I see someone's name pop up on my phone and I think, I love talking to Claudia. She's wonderful. How fun. Like that's what I want for clients. They're the clients I draw in, not,
100%.
oh my
Yeah.
goodness, what now? Yeah.
Yeah. On that note, so I'm a travel advisor over here. So that's why I'm on, and so I'm working with a big client that's going to the Olympics next week in Italy. So this is for all of us. It's really funny. I keep saying to her, okay, so first we're going to go have the Beretta firearms fitting and museum tour. Then we're going to Los Pavillons, but then and I'm saying, I'm so sorry. I'm really not showing up. I'm not going. Okay. She's like, no, I kind of want you to now. We've had such a lovely relationship working on this huge project. And
Yeah.
it's a family of four. It's her two boys. I don't have kids, so I'm out of my element, kind of like single women are my key. And all of a sudden I'm dealing with this family of four, and it's like, woo, connecting rooms, extra bathroom
Mm.
for the little boys,
Mm.
really different, right? But it's been wonderful. And then I keep saying we. And so clearly I'm in the
Yeah, the
group.
royal
Or,
we. We're all
back to
going. Yeah.
right, back to the whole communication thing that we worked
Yeah.
out such a nice relationship that she's like, I wish you were going. Well, I am going to be in Milan when they're there, but she doesn't know that yet. But I'm going to do a little swag for their room, and I've got a
Yeah,
special
lovely.
table for Valentine's
Lovely.
Day. But anyway, enough of that. Yeah. So
Lovely.
it is on communication.
It
Absolutely.
is. It is in
Right.
relationships,
Yeah, absolutely.
easy to get lost in the wash. There are other ladies coming. However, I'm conscious of and respectful of
Please.
everyone's times. And
Thank you.
because you both or all of us are okay to record it, let's just sort of chatty
Do
chat
it.
about it. So what I thought we'd do is it is informal and warm and communicative today, not rigid. So I thought I'll do a quick weenie overview of me, of traveling divas. I've got a few things that I thought I'd talk about the trip, and feel free ask away whatever you would like to ask. And if you would are a person who would prefer to do one-on-one and not ask things in a public arena. Not that we're enormously public, but by all means, let's do that too. So, my name is Jane Vandermeer. This is my passion, my heart, very much. This trip, I designed it actually. I have a very extensive professional career of 30 odd years in the fashion industry, but I started sewing at 9 and have never stopped. And done lots of interesting things. If you want to read further on the homepage of my website, down the bottom is an overview of what I have done and what I bring. But what I do view is I view fashion very, very differently in this very superficial, traditionally quite a superficial world. I've always known to marry the internal, like the self-talk and self-belief and uniqueness about each of us with the external, and I give women skills. I tend to work with clients for like 6 months minimum, usually years. So um, down below on the front page of my website, which is finesseyourstyle.com, there is a connect me if you would like to connect. Feel free. You've got my email address anyway. So I would like to introduce, it was a very conscious decision to, as we all know in business, it's about who we align ourselves with. Here's another lady. So it was a very conscious decision to align myself with traveling divas, a bespoke luxury, where you know the women, you know who they are. So it was a very clear decision to do that. Andrea, Danielle, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah,
Um,
so I just did to Kate before, but Claudia, I'm Danielle. So I've been working with Andrea, who's the founder of Traveling Divas. Um, oh, we've got someone joining. Maybe I'll just wait a second. Hi, Sandra.
Hi.
Hello, welcome. We're rec-
Thank
we're
you.
recording, just so you know, okay?
Uh, oh, I cannot hear you.
Put more
You
lipstick
can't
on.
you can't hear me?
Is for some reason it's very low. Okay, maybe now it's better.
Okay, we can hear
Yes.
you. Lovely to
Okay.
see your beautiful face.
Thank you. Lovely to see you guys too.
So this is Danielle. I'll let her introduce herself. She is part of Traveling Divas. So
Yeah.
we launched
Yeah,
into
so I've known Andrea for quite a few years, and then last year I started working with her for doing some marketing and admin assistance. So I think for me, it's great to see some faces and you to see my face and know that when you email through to hello at Traveling Divas, this is who you'll be
Mm.
emailing. And no question is,
no.
or request or like nothing is too minimal. So any questions you have, always just email it through to hello at Traveling Divas, and I will be the one that will be helping you with your inquiry. Yeah, and
Lovely.
as I said, I love the company and what it's about. It's empowering women and yeah, I really love it and I'm enjoying watching everyone's travels and I can't wait to get out there on a tour with you girls one day as well.
Absolutely. We would love that.
Yeah, so
We
that's
would
about
love
me.
that.
But yeah, absolutely email us anytime you have any questions. We are more than happy to help.
I would also add in the details of my email address is my phone number and email address. My phone number is not on the website. It's not on all those places. I'm keep it sort of a bit precious there. So it's there. Feel free. So I thought we'd paint a little bit of a picture with the trip. And feel free if there's questions along the way, feel free ask. Like it's an informal chat. So it's a 7-night luxury trip, Sunday the 30th of August until Sunday the 6th of September. So it's just the end of summer, which feels really lovely.
Mhm.
I'm not a big fan of going to Europe in summer, to be really honest. It's too hot, there's too many people, it's too everything. So this feels like a really lovely time. And also not in school holidays, either here or there. We don't need to be traveling amongst school holiday situation or flying in that time. So it is designed so that all you need to do is turn up and everything's taken care of. We pick you up at the airport. The hotel is really special. That is one of Traveling Diva's wonderful points of knowledge and experience. We only use places Andrea has stayed at and can speak with such experience, confidence, knowledge that it is beautiful. So it's more of a boutique place which fits beautifully with what we're all about. There is a spa there and different things.
Mm.
Yummy food, great location. So we will have private drivers to take us to a few different events while we're away. But also, I wanted that blend of where we would take the metro. Like on one of the days, we'll go to Saint-Germain, and like that's so easy to get to, and that's part of the charm of Paris to me, of have being in the mix of it all. So we're doing a blend of So high-end fashion, so luxury end, and then more mid-level, because to me the charm of fashion is a bit of this and a bit of that and knowing how to blend it all together. That is the charm. So say in Le Marais, one of the days we'll go there and I'll show you where some of the wonderful boutiques are. Like, there's gems hidden everywhere, and then you've got contemporary, so current, and then some vintage, which is quite beautiful as well. In one of the days, we've worked with a designer who specializes in cashmere. Now, the cashmere is made in Italy, and then she's got two boutiques in Paris, one in Saint-Germain and one in Le Marais. So what we're going to do, which is real, I find it really charming, is we're doing cashmere and croissants one morning together. And I thought, well, that's pretty lovely. Like creating one of the things that really I wanted with this is to show you and create experiences that you wouldn't have if you popped over to Paris yourself or with your family or your girlfriends, whatever. So some experiences that are really unique and tapping into my pretty extensive little black book of fashion that I do have a pretty cool global little black book because I've been in the industry for such a long time. And I thought, like, that lights me up. I feel like that's a really lovely thing. Another day, we're going to go to the Milaro. They are the oldest jewelry house in Paris. The oldest. It's around about, I need to get the date right, but it's around about 400 years old. So we've negotiated that we will go have a little with champagne, a little tour of their archives, which I find fascinating. It's throwing a bit of history in there. Now, they made for Marie Antoinette, amongst many others. So, like, I think that's really interesting. And then, of course, you're welcome to buy if you like. And if you don't want to, that's fine too. A big part of a number of especially more the luxury end houses, but not only luxury, mid-level as well. So like your Sandro and your Maj, they want a commitment of a minimum spend. A lot of the places do. I know you don't know me, but I don't feel good about that. I don't want to say, Sandra, I'd love you to be there. Let's go to blah, blah. And then you feeling under some kind of pressure to spend X amount on something because we need to meet the minimum spend. So I didn't feel good about that. So we've negotiated like little, because I don't want that. So we've got no minimum. So there is no pressure. So if you want to come and you feel like buying something delightful, and then if you don't, that's okay too. So I feel really good about that. And that's across the board at all the locations. So for instance, on the last day, we will go to the Dior exhibition. Now, they're going to open it just for us, which, yay, I feel lovely about that. And then we'll go to the boutique that's beside it. And again, there is no minimum spend. So you can come and view it like an art gallery if that's what you would like. And if you would like, obviously I'm there to style and help you and make suggestions. And Sandra will know that I often will throw and make suggestions that you'd never thought of because I'm there to expand your thinking. And then we will go to the Dior cafe for lunch that day, which is really quite lovely. Within the schedule are like it's not overpacked. I really felt that it was important that there are windows of time for personal space. So whether you wanted, go enjoy the facilities at the hotel, take off on your own, rest in the hotel. We do a bit of walking. So if you want some space, there's time for that. what I do find on trips is I I describe it as I tend to attract women of depth, beautiful, interesting, limitless thinking women. And so women tend to come from all corners of the globe and chat away and make friends that they didn't even know that they needed in their lives, which is really lovely. It's a lovely thing for me to witness and play my part in doing that. Um, so, if you fancy taking off and having afternoon tea together somewhere, well, that's pretty delightful too. And one night we'll go to a local bistro to eat, another night we'll do 5-star. We'll sort of that beautiful blend of both. And then, there's room and flexibility. So if I ran this exactly as it is every time, it will be different every time because I adapt the energy of the group and the interests of the group. So one lady on the last trip, she loved French lingerie. So I spent time finding her exactly to fulfill her dream. So one thing that I have integrated into it is I spend time with each of you, whether it's on Zoom or in person before we go, and I help you create a wish list, a magical wish list. If you really wanted what would be on that list, if I can make it come true for you, what would be on there? Then what I do is I go before our trip for probably a week or so beforehand, and I go sourcing for your wish list, which is really lovely. So it sort of cuts through the noise so that when we are at different places, I can say, you know what, I have found, like, let me show you this. This is what I found. This is what I feel will really work with you really, really well. And so there's that bespoke, tailored element that's really special. Yeah. And then as I was getting dressed today, I thought, oh, I'm going to pop on this bracelet, which you probably can't see very well, but I buy jewelry every time I go away, whether it's expensive or inexpensive, but it reminds me of my travels. This is it's called tatting. It is hundreds of years old. It's like a version of crochet, but yeah, you're a few people nodding, which is heard, yeah, which I'm thrilled you've heard of it before. Lots of people I explain it to and they've got no idea, and that's okay. So I found this designer in Saint-Germain, and she uses tatting, but in a more modern, puts her modern sort of twist on it. And I thought, so that's part of the charm of what I love, which is unique artisans doing their craft that's not, not mass market. Like you're never going to find it in Zara or, nothing wrong with that, but you know what I mean. Like you're having something that's a bit more unique and special and charming. So that's a big part of what unfolds while we're away. Let me see whether I would anyone like, I could keep chatting till your ears start to, fall off about elements of the trip, but shall I ask whether there are any sort of questions or at this point while I take a sip of water?
No, not for me. No, it's been lovely listening to it. Thank you. Getting a clearer idea of how the tour would unfold.
Yeah, good. One of the mornings, we will have a styling session at La Samaritan, which is, so I consciously chose not to add in Galeries Lafayette and Printemps. Now, Galeries Lafayette, look, of course, it's exquisitely beautiful and famous and all the things. It's also full of every tourist that ever goes to Paris. And so I thought, right, Do I, don't I, do I, don't I? No, I'm not going to. I'm going to add in La Samaritan, which is less famous, more of a local boutique, a lot smaller. And so we are having a session together, a styling. They've got styling suites there. It was on Emily Loves Paris, actually. They do the styling suites there where Sylvie took the stepdaughter, the
Oh, yeah.
yeah, and and Sylvie's dancing away and looking, amazing. And she does sort of this makeover. So that's there.
Ah,
And then at another point, I've just watched the series again. There was a perfume launch with Antoine, and it was in La Samaritan, which is it's just really beautiful, and it's less filled with tourists and things because of course we don't count as tourists. That's how I view it. And so we've got the styling suites there, which we've booked for 10 a.m. with champagne and macarons as well, just because why not? So that's one of the days, and then we'll walk towards the jewelry store that day. Um, but it's those really lovely, more special times. So with, say, Galeries Lafayette and Printemps, there is time to go there. And I mean, especially if ladies have never been to Paris, it's absolutely worth a look, isn't it? Of course. And we could, of course, on an afternoon go there and then eat up on the restaurant at the top there that overlooks all of Paris. That's a really charming thing to do. The weather will be good, so that's pretty lovely. What is this saying to me? Oh, Claire raised her hand. Does that mean you need to go soon?
No, no, no. I just had a question and I
Yeah.
didn't want to interrupt you. Yeah, no,
Oh, you're
finish
so
what you're saying.
lovely.
Are you
You're so
good? Okay.
lovely.
So I had two questions. One is, do you do double occupancy or single occupancy? Like I'll be sending you my clients. Do you know that?
Bless you. Yes, I have. I had
Okay.
heard
The
just about
background
an
thing.
hour ago. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good enough. Yeah. Yeah. So is it single or
Yes.
double occupancy
We
usually?
are we are offering double occupancy this trip as well as single. Yeah, so option.
So option. Okay. And then you said you're a sewer, I'm a sewer. Do you do any kind of vintage or flea markets during that time?
It's a very
I know
good
fantastic
question.
ones, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah, great question. So, yes, we will do vintage as well as non.
Uh-huh.
Um, so we won't. I've hummed and hawed about taking us out to the flea markets. I'm not going to. It's uh, I'm not going to. There,
Well, there's one that's really far.
I
Like
know,
that's
but
crazy. You don't
yeah,
want to do
it's
that.
too
No,
much.
big hook or you don't. No,
No,
but there's some in town that are
yes, there
amazing,
are. Which
that are
I will.
fabric.
Yes, they will be woven into. So, like one of the days when we're in La Marais, there's a few around there. We'll just weave into it.
Awesome.
Yes, and there's a few. Yeah, so they will be added into um, the shopping time. Sorry, the dog
Yeah.
next door is going nuts. The other thing I haven't mentioned yet is there is an optional excursion to Chanel. So part of that is we would go to gosh, it's throwing me the dog. Two different boutiques, one being Rue Candon, of course, which is where her whole essence is the mirrored staircase, which Coco Gabrielle, the photos were of her over when she was alive. There's always a queue there, so we will jump the queue and have a look there and at another boutique. But also there is a beautiful vintage boutique that doesn't have a shop front, that really is known only by local Parisians, that specialize in Chanel and Dior. And we know that they're all authenticated and no, copies there. So we have an appointment to go there with them, which I feel really good about. I think personally, vintage Chanel is really one of the things I really love, where it's, a bit more unique and charm and uniqueness. Yeah.
Good, thank you.
Yes. And there's room and flexibility there. So, I would like to, when we're at the jewelry house, it's almost beside the Ritz. So I think once we've done that, let's pop next door and go and have a champagne.
Something.
Because why not? And I have asked them, because I've got a few contacts there, and I said, could we go and have a look at Coco's room? So they won't commit on that. It is, I suppose, to be fair, if they've got clients hiring
Yeah.
the room, you wouldn't want nosy,
Wow.
glamorous, beautiful souls saying, "Can we have a look?" But anyway, we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to ask. Yeah.
Good.
Yes. There is something else that I would like to add into the trip, which is where I've kept it a little bit flexible, which would be a little walking tour of the arcades, the fashion arcades. So it's a little bit of history and a little bit of woven with a bit of fashion. It's not heaps of walking, but it is really charming. I've done that before. And so we'll go to a bespoke, glove making house, the oldest haberdashery boutique, oldest haberdashery store in Paris, which is, so if you're a sewer, like, that was my heaven. I was just mesmerized. So whether that's everyone's cup of tea, that might be a bit more of an optional thing. If that's not, then I will give a list of, okay, if that's not your cup of tea, this gallery is pretty amazing. Maybe you'd like to go there. So, yeah.
I love how passionate you are, Jane. Like your face lights up.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
Makes
Thank
you wanna.
you. It's very much, it's home. It's very much home, and it's somewhere I've been very lucky. I was a fashion buyer for about 11 years, and so I would always weave into buying to end up in Paris and stay longer and learn and so absorb. Yeah. Of course, we haven't even talked shoes, the options of shoes. There are many, many beautiful options there. Yeah. Do you have any questions, Sandra? Oh, are you on mute, gorgeous? Maybe you are. Have you just been politely
Is that-
still?
yeah.
Yeah. No question, but everything sounds fabulous. Everything just sounds really, really nice. And I like that this time the trip is late. So we get rid of so many people that goes to Paris in August. So that's a good
Oh, I
idea.
agree. Yeah, I
Mm.
agree.
Yeah.
Puts you off a little bit, actually, doesn't it?
Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah. Yeah. It would be lovely to have you. Expect lots of squeezes. Joy.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. And I have friends there that I
I
probably
know you do. I remember you
Yep.
said that. Yeah.
Yep. I
Amazing.
gotta mute myself again because I have my dog and the bird and things going on. So
I see.
I gotta mute myself again. But yeah, everything sounds awesome, Jane. And like Daniela say, I love that passion that you have. Like if I would do a trip like that, it would be with you.
No.
Yeah, because that I love that passion because I have the same passion for fashion. So
No, you do.
it's
Yeah.
just awesome. Awesome.
Sandra's in Australia, in Melbourne, where I am, but she's from New York. Yeah, yeah. So, yes,
Yeah, in the fashion background too.
you do.
Yeah, my mom used to work for Chanel, one of the models for Chanel.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Jackie Rogers. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, she became a fashion designer in New York, and her stuff is just amazing, amazing. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. And so, let me, Kay, do you have oh, Claudia, you're so good with raising your hand like that.
Oh, yeah, it's good. 5 Zooms a day. You kind of get used to doing the right thing, right? Oh, it works. I had a question. How many people will be on this? Like maximum or
Maximum 8 plus me.
8
Yeah,
plus you.
plus me. So that it's not like number one is I get to know each lady beautifully in that time. If I don't know you already, there's
Mhm.
that. There is the fact that we're still sort of big enough that groups can break off a little bit, but it's not like a school trip where there's 15 ladies walking single file behind me where it's too,
With the umbrella.
yeah, that just
Yeah.
yeah.
No, that's a nice size. That's good.
I think
That's
so.
good.
I think that's
And
lovely.
who would be your perfect demographic? I'm just sorry, this is like I would
No,
love to go on a trip, but that's not what this is about. But finding the right
yeah.
people. What's your demographic of what
My,
would be
my
the
de
perfect?
I call my demographic midlife ladies who,
Okay.
so, which is not really an age, it's more a state of being. Most tend to be, if they have children, they're grown up. A vast majority don't have children. Many are single, not always, but many are. Um, Often ex-professional women. Um, One of my superpowers is helping women navigate through times of change in their life. So whether you've left a relationship or changed career or where you can lose yourself. So finding oneself again is the process. And so often it's women like that. Now, I would also, I think just before you jumped on, when it was Kay and myself and Danielle and myself, one of the things that I weave into the conversation at the start of every trip is it's a really gossip-free zone. So
Nice.
slip that on in there because I don't tend to attract women like that anyway because I'm not
Yeah.
like that. But I would describe it as keeping things very high vibrational, positive,
Nice.
um, honest, yes, but it's about appreciating beauty and lifting. Like, yes, I'm there to lift us all up and share my
Yeah.
knowledge, and I am a fairly decent walking encyclopedia about all of this.
Yeah.
Um, but it's a choice. Every day is a choice about whether we stay high vibrational or I see gossip, negativity,
Yeah.
all those things as very low vibrational.
Right. So good energy. But I guess also I was just curious as to if it's somebody that's interested in fashion or
Yep,
sewing, like
yep.
I'm a sewer, I get that where you're coming from with that, but that's not someone that doesn't sew. Or is it someone that really wants to shop? I guess that's kind of like, is it a
Yeah,
shopper ideally, or is it someone that just wants to be inspired with the beautiful fashion that we can see over there?
yeah. I think that's a great question. Both. So some ladies will shop a lot. there's there's probably very few that would shop all day every day, really.
Yeah.
I could be in shops all day every day, but I'm not going to buy all day every day like that, you know.
Right.
And then there are other ladies who've come in, you know, in past trips, and they're more there to absorb, to learn, to be shown a different way of thinking,
Right.
be exposed to new beauty, and also to have all that in the container of us together.
Yeah.
And I forgot to mention, but I'm sure you guessed this, that I take us on it. I am there. I just forget
You're
that.
there 24/7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for some, you know, if for some it's stretching their situation to come, and you know, from a finance angle, and so therefore their shopping is more considered, or slightly more stretched, but it's a big part of it for them is being with us in the safety net and in the energy of all of us. Yeah, because as we spoke right at the start, sometimes traveling on your own is really intimidating, and going out, say at night, can be really tricky as a female if you're on your own wherever you are in the world. So to be together, and then you know you can break off and do your own thing, but yeah, did that answer it? I sort of
Yeah. No, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. I just didn't want to be sending somebody that was really into coming back with $20,000 worth of wares because that's why they would go to Paris, or someone that would want to be inspired with the new Christian Dior show or blah, blah,
yes,
blah,
yes.
So
I mean, in effect, both. In effect,
both. Yeah. Yeah.
because they're different. I suppose they've got slightly different goals there.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's
And
okay.
and there's room for both. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Good.
yeah. As you
Thank
can
you.
see, I'm very non-judgy with all this.
That's good. And obviously it's in US. Sorry, I've been talking about euros and Swiss
I
francs all day.
understand.
So now I'm going to switch over to Australian dollars. So yeah, are we going to talk about, I don't know what this is costing for double or single. Are you going to talk about that, or is it
I
somewhere we
can.
have to, can we?
Absolutely,
Okay,
absolutely. So it
that'd be
is
great.
in Australian dollars
Yeah,
rather
yeah.
than another
Rather
currency.
than Swiss francs.
We could do that. We could do that.
Sorry.
Danielle's good at maths, isn't she? Okay, let me just get the exact do you have it?
I've got it
I have
up
an
if you.
exchange.
Thank you. I do know it, but I just want
Yeah.
to get it
So
right.
we've got the twin share is 17,295 per person.
Thank
So
you.
that'll be sharing with someone. And then single occupancy is 19,795 per person.
Thank you.
And then there's a list of inclusions. If you click on the link that I put in the chat, that'll go straight to our website, and then there is a list of inclusions on there.
Yeah.
So that'll give you what meals are included and everything that Jane's spoken about today.
Mm.
Awesome.
Yeah. And then I don't know if you want to write this down, but that optional Chanel experience,
Yeah.
that was €440 per person. So
Okay.
I'm assuming, Jane, is that payable over there, or is that before we go?
We'll do it before we go.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll do
Yeah.
it before we go, so that because we'll
It's
have
booked in.
everything.
Yeah. Okay.
I would, yeah, yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Okay. Well,
Okay, sorry, I was going to ask you, did you have thoughts, questions,
No,
needs?
no, it's been fabulous. No, it's really good. You've added
Yeah.
so much more than what the blurb says. Even though the blurb was fabulous, so thank you for that. It's been really
Oh,
worthwhile.
Oh, I'm so pleased. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. It's so funny, isn't it? Like on my, so it's on Traveling Diva's website and my website, of course. And I've erred on the side of adding a lot of detail because you can see every inclusion is very considered and
Mm.
um but to try and capture the paint the picture and the passion and all of those things, it is easier to talk. It is
Mm.
easier to talk right now than obviously, yeah. Is it
Mm.
in
No,
your
it's been.
thinking? Is it a possibility? Because you're doing a few trips this year.
Yes, yeah. It's just looking at the dates, and yeah, it won't be this year, but maybe next year. I've got a wedding in Scotland in July, I think it is next year, but
Okay.
still in time to the end of August
Yeah,
over
yeah,
there.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Mm.
A lot of ladies who I tend to work with, and I think Traveling Divas similar, do travel quite a bit. And so, you know, linking things together,
Mm.
they can make it work, you know.
Yeah,
Europe's a fair way from our side of the world.
I know. Bit much to go over, come back, and go over again, but
Mhm.
you never
Mhm.
know. Yeah, no, this has been great. Thank you. I have to be rude. I've got an
Right?
appointment. I'm going to have to go, but well,
Okay.
it's been great. Really
Well,
appreciate it.
you're very
Thank
Lovely to
you.
welcome.
meet you, Kay.
Lovely
Yeah,
to
nice to meet
Nice
you
to meet
too.
you.
Okay,
Nice
bye-bye.
to meet you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
When you, you.
Claudia, do you have other, because I'm conscious.
Oh, you're on mute.
Yeah, I think both girls are, which is very
I
considerate.
did put myself, I tried. Sorry, no, I wasn't feeling good at all. So I just didn't want to be like, and you were like,
Oh,
what happened to you? And I didn't want to interrupt. So I'd written you a quick little, if I dive, I'm diving. But I'm okay. I'm holding. No, it's okay. I'm supposed to be doing a presentation, but instead I'm with you. So this is good. It's much
oh,
better. It's much more fun. Yeah, exactly.
it's meant to
I
be
was
fun. The whole
this new
trip, the trip
system.
is meant to be fun too. You know, it's meant to be
Yeah.
joy and fun and yeah, uplift.
Okay, I just did that. I wanted to just do a translation of monies here to just get some idea on what
Yes, yes, yes.
we're
Because
talking
look,
about.
I'm very aware. I a couple of years ago I called it my speaking tour when I was in America,
Okay.
speaking at a few different locations, which was fun. And I do know that everything is assumed to be in US dollars. Everything is assumed to be very American based, and
Absolutely. It's so
yeah.
funny. Yeah, it's true. It's a very bad, I'm Canadian, just for the record, everybody,
Okay, okay.
but I've been in the States forever, but I'm always going to say I am Canadian. But
I
my friends come
understand.
down from Canada and they keep saying, but is that in Canadian? I'm like, why would that be in Canadian? We are in America, so that
Yeah.
would be no. But no, and I'm talking to the gentleman that's the Italian family, and she's my client, but he now has questions, and you know what they are? How much cash do I need? Should I bring American dollars? You're going to Switzerland. No, we don't need American dollars in Switzerland. It's good. You've got to figure that out. Anyway, it's funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was just getting a base
Yes.
on what it costs US
Of
dollars
course.
because that
Of
of
course.
course
What's it
yeah.
what's it coming in for? I haven't checked you
Right.
in.
So on single it's instead of 19,795 it's 13,905.
Yeah, right. 39.
Okay, so good to know. I mean
Yeah,
that's
it is. It is. Yeah. Okay.
because it does like it's hard
I
when you're
know.
not in the right country, it's
I
hard to
know.
really think, is that something? Okay, so this
Yeah,
is
where does it
right,
sit in
right,
comparison to
right. Like it's 2,000 a day. Is that something you're interested in or not? Like I'm not going to
absolutely.
waste anybody's time
No, no,
with
no.
that.
That's
Not
exactly
that
right.
type.
Yeah.
Exactly. So,
Yeah.
but it sounds wonderful. And Paris is one. I mean, I have no interest in doing myself a trip like that, which is why I thought this would be fun to sell it to some of my clients would be really good and to add in a little mix of cool people that love being in Europe getting to know the fashion end of it from you is just fantastic. I love that. And we all love Australians, by the way. So
Um, uh, Zoom call you.
I agree with you, Claudia.
yeah. So true, so true. No, I mean Paris is just such a beautiful spot to explore and like it's so funny with me doing this Milan thing for this family too, with they're doing the couture and the Armani silos, and I've got them in
Yep,
all kinds of things that she doesn't even know what's hit her, but I'm like, no, we are going there.
absolutely. Amazing, amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
Claudia, what I would, because my phone just went then, I've now lost, I can't see you all properly. Anyway, what I would also throw into the mix is if you have ladies who we could run a webinar for your clients like this
Uh-huh.
for your clients. If that is helpful, um,
Okay.
we could do that. You
Yeah,
just
and that way they get to know you and the whole
exactly.
thing. Yeah, no, that's a smart idea. Let me give that some thought
Mm.
for sure.
Mm.
Yeah, I really wanted to just feel how I love you. You're fantastic. Your energy is fantastic. And it's funny, when I went to put the lipstick on, I heard you talking like saying something about gossip. And I thought, oh, please tell me we're not, no, 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 no. And you weren't. You were saying, no, we don't do that because I've never, when I do my tours, it's the same thing. I want that really good energy with kind people that take care of each other, and it's a wonderful ending
Lifting
because they're
each other
all
up.
like my people say
Absolutely.
to me, I'll go wherever you want. I don't care where we're going. I just want to go with you. Like that type
Yeah.
of feeling
Yeah.
is really
That,
important, I
to be
think.
honest, that
Yeah,
I'm told that a lot, and I
yeah,
can see.
yeah,
So Sandra has worked with, over the years we've worked together, and that is the essence of who I am, the importance of that. Um,
totally.
and I'm all about depth rather than perceived whatever. So what,
Yeah,
the push pull that say is on social media and then behind the scenes is actually quite different. I'm the reverse.
right, right.
So yes, I would definitely say if that's because you're also considering coming with me, and if you don't know me, then that's a big thing, isn't it? So
100%.
what I would
No, that
say
could be an idea.
when you get off this call, have a look on my can you
Goodness.
yeah, can you add my please? On the very bottom of my homepage is a bio about me. Have a little look. For,
Okay.
for instance, I've won International Best Stylist of the Year a few years in a row on a global level.
Right.
Um,
Nice.
um, which I'm super proud of. And I have no doubt it's because I view Paris view fashion very differently to traditional.
Just
Good.
trying to find your link, Jane. Sorry.
FinesseYourStyle.com.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
I've
got you.
got
Oh,
I've
I didn't know if you wanted it to, if you had a trip
Oh,
thing.
yep.
That's okay. I'll put that. I'll put the finesse your
Thank
style.
you. Thank you. Yeah. The trip is under events at the top tab.
There we go.